Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, everybody. Still getting a little bit started. Starting a little bit early, but hope you're enjoying the car showcase. I'll lower the volume a little bit. Hope you're enjoying the car showcase. We will be starting very, very, very soon. Trying to see if I can do some live edits. I highly doubt I can. We'll see. We're not headed to Germany, we're headed to the UK. Hopefully that changes up. Anyway. Sit back and enjoy the show. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the car show, the intro. We'll have an outro later. Pretty much the exact same thing, but a lot of editing has been going around, and I'm a little tired, to be honest. Anyway, as you can see on your screen, we are in the 5FIRacing.com website. That's 5, the number 5, FIRacing.com. So if you'd like to join us, follow us on, or join us on Discord, follow us on Twitch and YouTube, Instagram, Reddit. If you'd like to join us in the actual races, you go right here, click on SimGrid. It'll automatically load this page. Currently, we're on the Founders Series, or Founders League Season 5. So, this link right here. You click on that, and hopefully my internet works. There we go, it's loaded. I guess it's good to go over it. If you want to register, you hit register right here on the top right. You go ahead and select your class. We're currently doing GT3. You select your car number. If you have a team, you could put a team. If you don't, just leave it blank. You can have reminders sent to you and make sure to agree, you know, the normal stuff. Anyway, back to normal. This is our SimGrid website, our front page right here. The rules, the only one we really care about is right here. Pit stops. Every single race, regardless of format, there has to be one mandatory pit stop. And during this pit stop, you must take at least 1 liter of fuel. The refueling time is also fixed at 25 seconds. So a little bit of strategy in this is you can get tires if you want. It won't cost you too much extra time. I believe it's only like 5 extra seconds. Could potentially be worth it throughout the whole length of the race, but we'll leave that up to our drivers. The scoring system, we're running the sprint scoring system. We're here at first place. First place is 25 points. Second place is 18. Third place is 15. So on and so forth. The standings. Albert is in the lead by a good margin now. He is sitting in P1 with 161 points. Max Power still in second. He's trying to get there, and he if it could happen, Albert can have just bad races. You know, the streamer's curse is out and about. I'm not saying it's going to be active today, but you know, we'll see what happens today in Silverstone. Kyle Hirsch sitting in third. He's in 78 points, sorry. Gelson Cruz, he's in fourth. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. He has 66 points. And Daniel Hirsch is in fifth. He has 53. Pretty much there's a battle going for P3 as almost a good majority of our drivers, they just need to place really, really well, and they'll climb the leaderboard, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. In teams, one quick update before we go and check out our race recap. We have the Tranchisi Designs race team at 161 points with Albert Tranchisi. He's in P1. Sector Brown with Kyle Hirsch, Daniel Hirsch, they have 131 points, not too far behind. Maximum Effort Racing with Max Power and Brad Tarno, they're at 120 points. Headless Chicken Racing with Joshua Worley and Jacob Hart. I sincerely hope that Joshua Worley's livery works. I could only pray, because I have it. It doesn't. It's a weird. It's something weird's going on, but it's a weird glitch that hopefully got solved. Rockefeller Racing with Gelson Cruz. He's in fifth. They're sitting at 66 points. Not too far from Headless Chicken Racing, so a potential battle for a P4 right there, and a potential battle for P2 with Sector Brown and Maximum Effort Racing. Liar Liar Tires on Fire. They are in 6th. This is Sam Staples and Greg Landry. We have Nacho Apex by Kyle Busch and Chris Unfair. They're in 7th place with 52 points. Oh, there's a tie. 52 points each for Liar Liar Tires on Fire and Nacho Apex. Whoever places really well is gonna claim the position, so we'll see what happens. Fry Racing with Alexander Sabo and Justin Fry, they're in 8th place, 16 points. Fear Nothing Moto, William Fowler, Tyler Carr, they're in 9th place, 15 points. Flat 6, he's not racing today. Well, sir, he is currently 0, but he joined late. And Team JK Motorsports, they're at negative 25 due to technical difficulties and issues, but they can climb out. Just one quick win or a good placement, and boom, back in the running. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our race recap. In the beginning, we had a bunch of incidents go down. Daniel Hirsch got into a little bit of a tussle there. And plenty of other incidents that we will gladly show. And back here, you'll also see that I believe it was Staples that got hit by Aravalo. Aravalo broke a little bit too late. Hit Staples, but to be honest, or to be fair, Staples also hit, I believe, Manriquez, who was in front. Just a tiny little tap. Nonetheless, Staples did end up losing a bunch of positions because of that small incident. As he goes on, though, you'll see right here up in front, Unfair is off on the road. Off the road. If we pull up the replay, you'll see all the carnage back there happening. We're following Unfair now. Him and why am I blanking out? Will Stewart, they got into a little bit of a tussle right there. We'll have another different view over here. Will has the inside line. Unfair on the outside. I'm pretty sure they just didn't see each other. They have the lightest of contact, not much damage done, but the damage in terms of positioning was done to Chris Unfair. He lost a bunch of positions because of that. Continuing the replay, in the second lap, we have another incident here where our drivers are not getting along in turn one. They're bumping into each other. It felt like a bumper cart event out there in Nürburgring last week. A lot of our drivers were very aggressive, which, to be honest, I didn't mind. But right behind them, we had Daniel Hirsch and Jeff Kelly. They're having a little bit of a tussle. Hirsch is on the inside, Jeff Kelly on the outside. Hirsch manages to get the inside. I would have thought Jeff would have had that position, but I guess he ran just a bit too wide. Hirsch able to take the position. Pretty good overtake. In here we have Worley's livery working 100%, so if it's not working on stream, I will be upset. Regardless, there is a train right behind them. He is defending for P3. He has a lot of hungry drivers wanting his position. They are willing to get it. Give me 1 sec while there we go. I'm fixing a little bit of audio issue right here on my end. If we fast forward though, if you saw, Power was heavily trying to get around Worley in lap 5. Power finally got around Worley. Worley defending to the absolute limit of his abilities. Power just having the little bit of pace, just enough to get up ahead. Not to worry though, Worley is still right behind him, eager to get that position back, all while also defending against the back. In lap 6, Gelson Cruz is trying to go around Joshua Worley, and they have a bit of an incident here as Cruz taps Worley not once but twice. Not too much damage done, but Worley did end up losing 2 positions because of that. Cruz and Fowler managed to get up ahead of him. Could it have been cleaner? Yes. Race it incident? Potentially. We'll leave it up to you, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Join the Discord. See what's up. Over here, we had Brad Tarno having a good run out of the final corner. Justin Fry trying to get the slipstream, trying to not let Brad get the position. Brad too far up ahead from that very good drive out of that corner. Manages to claim the position. Very good overtake. Lap 9, we had Zach Manriquez and Daniel Hirsch. They were duking it out for a good majority of the race. As you'll see here, Daniel Hirsch having a little bit of a slide. Manriquez seizes the opportunity and claims that position. Very good overtake by Zach. Unfortunate for Hirsch. Also unfortunate for Zach though. Hirsch is not allowing that position to be lost so easily. He gets the run on Zach. A very, very good aggressive overtake by Hirsch. Zach is going to he's right behind him, and he's gonna have to fight for that position again, and see what happens. Hopefully, we'll show it in the replay. But lap 11, we had a battle between the Kellys. Jeff Kelly up in front, Jonathan Kelly right behind. Unfortunately, Jeff Kelly, a bit of an overseer. He must have stepped on the throttle just a tad bit too hard, a tad bit too soon. This upset the Lamborghini, caused him to drift wide or drift short. Again, having the same issue, but in a different corner. A little too aggressive on the throttle, I believe. Lap 11, further up on the road, we had the battle between Gelson Cruz and William Stewart. Or Will Stewart. Will, being the Porsche connoisseur, probably realized that he can just let Cruz go by, potentially learn a bit of lines, and keep up with him. That's what I'm assuming, because it looked like he gave the position up a little bit too easily, but who am I to judge or to know? In lap 12, we had Jonathan Kelly versus Sam Staples. Sam goes a little bit too wide. Jonathan Kelly seizes his opportunity to get right past Sam. Staples, though, not having it one bit. He's going to be up on him. I'm pretty much trying to get that position back. Very good overtake by Jonathan Kelly. Over on this replay, we had the incident which caused Albert to lose his P1 spot. Over on these chicanes, he lost traction, hit the bump a little too aggressively, spun out, managed to keep it out of the wall, but as you see there, Kyle Hirsch was able to get by. Albert at this current moment sitting in P2, Kyle in P1, having a little bit of a slide there, but it would have been an uphill battle from that point. Over here we have the battle with Will Stewart and Alan Arevalo. Will, having a really great series of corners there, manages to get right past Alan, just flies by him. Very, very good driving by our founder right here, Will Stewart. Chris Unfair and Justin Fry, they had a little bit of a battle. Unfair right behind, trying to overtake Justin Fry. He manages to do it on the inside. Fry forced to be on the outside. Very good, clean racing. This is what we love to see. No more hitting Chris Unfair, please. He's seen enough damage. Brad Tarnall, he had an unfortunate series of events that, as you'll see on the screen, he had a big slide, ended up hitting the wall aggressively. Also had a almost a dicey race rejoin, as Greg Landry, I believe, managed to pass by him, avoided contact. Brad, though, the next corner, his tires must have been overheated, or his aero, or just the damage that he sustained is messing with his controls for a bit. He's having a little bit of a difficult time controlling the cars. You see there, he's almost spinning out at that point. I will give him credit, though. He did not teleport to the pits. He drove all the way to the pits as he has another slide, ends up hitting the wall again. Give him credit, though. He drove all the way to the pits. Did not want to get the sitting in the pits penalty, or the teleportation penalty, where you sit in the pits for like 3 years before you're allowed back on the track. So ended up going to the pits. Unfortunate for Brad. It was had a little bit of a struggle bus for that lap. In this race, we had Cruz and Worley. Worley defending against Cruz. Cruz trying to get around Worley, trying aggressively to get around him. He's just right on him, not giving him a chance to breathe. Cruz, though, almost gets the position in turn 1. Worley, very great defending here. Cruz again tries to get the position, goes in for the dive. Worley sees it in time, gets the switchback. Cruz not able to hold on the brakes fast or hard enough. Keeps his position, does not get Worley's position. A very good battle by both these drivers. Good, clean racing is what we love to see, and this is a very good, excellent demonstration of how to do it properly. Lap 19 though, we had Cruz going at it again. This time he's on the inside for this next corner. Worley on the outside, have a little bit of a contact there, just rubbing elbows. This allows Cruz to get the inside. Worley though, he's hot on his tail. He is not giving up that position so easily. Good battles by both of these drivers. Lap 21, we had Kyle Hirsch having a little bit of a mistake. This, though, allows Albert to seize the opportunity to get right alongside him. Try to claim this position. Both hard on the brakes. Albert able to get the position. Forces Hirsch to get back into P2. Albert is now in P1. A very good aggressive overtake by Albert for this lap. In lap 22, pretty much the very next lap, Hirsch and Albert having a little bit of a battle. Albert takes a dip on the inside, loses a lot of speed because of that. Hirsch able to get the position back from Albert, pretty much denies him the P1, forces him to stay in P2. Good battle by these drivers, and we love to see it. Lap 23, Sam Staples and Jonathan Kelly. Sam right behind John, gets so close. How did he not hit? Or that was just a really close moment. They were pretty much rubbing at that point. They are side by side. Jonathan Kelly not giving an inch. Sam Staples not giving an inch. They're heading into the next set of corners. Hard on the brakes. Jonathan gets to the inside. Staples tries to get the switchback, not having the momentum or enough speed or the momentum to do it. John able to stay up ahead. Staples still right behind him, eagerly waiting for the next opportunity to get by. And very good driving. Again, this whole race, it's just very good driving that we love to see it with some unfortunate incidents. Sam having a little bit of a slide coming into the last corner. Still right behind Kelly though, so. Overall, very good racing. So, a yellow flag for Kyle Hirsch caused by Mr. Tranghese. We will leave it to you guys to see, is he at fault? He taps him on the rear. Hirsch goes for a spin in the grass. We'll have another replay on here. He got a little bit too close. I'm pretty sure as he has another slide here. We'll show the replay of the another angle. I'm pretty sure Albert wasn't expecting Hirsch or for him to enter that corner so quickly, or how would I say that? The speed difference between Tranghese and Hirsch was just a little bit too much or unexpected for Albert, pretty sure. In lap 31, this is the race finish, our race finisher, our pole sitter, Mr. Albert Tranghese. Very good win by Albert. Very hard and fought battle between him and Kyle Hirsch. As well. Quickly transition. Our drivers are currently in qualifying. There's 4 minutes left. I went a little bit past my time. Not to worry though. We'll see what's going on. We have a new driver, Neil Kerbal. He's on the track with us as we're watching him on the screen right now. He's driving my favorite car, the Lamborghini. It'll be interesting to see what he does, how he does. And currently, it is raining in Silverstone, and a special treat for us, ladies and gentlemen. It will start getting dark, or so I've been told. So we will see what ends up happening. As who's that? Oh, we have the other Lamborghini right behind Neil Kerbal. That's Jeff Kelly. Switch over to his view as he's driving up right behind Neil. It's raining decently hard today in Silverstone, which is a special treat. I know some of our drivers in particular love the rain. I am one of those drivers. I'm also one of the drivers that hates driving at night. It is my kryptonite, you can say. I am very slow at night, but I am fast in the rain. Or faster than most in the rain. As we'll stick with Kelly. See what lap he gets. As we'll change our data to the quali best times. Will Kelly move up from its position in P10? Oh, Brad ends up beating him out. I believe he got... Kelly is now moved into P11. As he has a slide in turn 1. Unfortunate. We'll move on from him to Sam. Check him out real quick. See what he's up to. As I believe it's Justin Fry in the background having a little bit of an off-road excursion. We won't harass too much of our drivers in quali as they're getting acclimated to the weather, trying to put the fastest time, getting a little bit reckless. So we'll just pretend like we didn't see that. Well, racing incidents galore. What position will Sam get though? He crosses the start finish line and he claims 12th position. Very nice. He moved up from, I believe it was P14 to P12 as he goes off-road. Probably heading to the pits now. Yep, there he goes. We'll jump from him to Jonathan Kelly. Right in front. Is that Whirly? No way, is this working? Oh, we need to see this. Where is Whirly on my... Let's go. It works. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Whirly's livery. For whatever reason, it just wouldn't load. Anyway, back to Jonathan Kelly. He crosses, I think, the start finish line. He's currently sitting in 4th. Joshua Whirly in 9th. Kyle Hirsch seems to be having a really good run, a decent run, as well as Bruno Mayanki. We'll go with Kyle Hirsch, since it looks like he's about to cross. Oh, they both cross the start finish. Bruno keeps P6. Hirsch moves up to P4 and boosts Kelly off of P4 position. He ends up in P5. As Kyle loses a bit of traction going to turn 1. We'll jump from him. Check out Greg Landry. Is he about to cross the start finish line? He is. Let's see what position he gets, if he gets anything else. Doesn't update his position. He's currently sitting in a P14. We also have a new driver over here by the name of Philip Sullivan. Welcome. Glad to have you. He's currently sitting in P15. Not sure if he's going to be able to set a new lap at this current moment, or a faster lap, but we'll see as he's entering Luffield, corner 17. heading into Woodcott, corner 18, the final corner, right before the start-finish line. Doesn't get a new updated time, but great to see him on the race or in the field regardless. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Neo 2. Welcome to Neo 2, even though I didn't mention him. Oh, welcome. We love to see you. We love to see you drive with us. As he's currently 1/10 faster than his best, so he could be setting a new pace. Our other driver, Bruno Maionchi, and who else is on the field? Chris Unfair and Max Power, they're trying to set up some blazing laps. As Neo is crossing the start-finish line, he does get a new personal best, but not enough to beat Albert out of his P1 spot. Unfair stays in P7. Max Power crosses the start-finish line. He moves up to P7. Pushes Krish from P7 to P8. Oh, right. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what am I doing here? Hold on. Should be giving you guys some track information and stuff. Let's get the animation up on the screen. Let's restart this animation real quick. There we go. So today we're in Silverstone. There are 18 corners. The length of the track is 3.66 miles or 5.89 kilometers. I guess some fun facts was I never really knew where Maggots and Beckett's were until I actually looked at a track map. I know I drove this track so many times and I do not know I did not know my track names now, or corner names. Now I do. A nice pat on the back for me. We'll go back into our B-roll. The preferred setup for this track would be a medium downforce and hard suspension. Of course, this is for a better weather than what we are having today. Almost got tongue-tied there. Since it's raining, I'm pretty sure you would want to have even higher downforce. Unless you can manage with the medium so you can keep the speed. And able to control the car during hydroplane conditions. Yeah. We have a couple of key action areas, not too many. Turn 7, turn 8, turn 13, turn 14, and turn 16. These would be our key action areas. We'll be paying extra special attention to these corners. Just because incidents or potential near misses or something exciting usually happens around those corners or the corners leading up to those corners. I managed to capture some shots before race start of the rain in action as it's getting dark. I did do a track flyby with the drone. It's not the greatest, and I probably won't show it. But I will tell you, if it gets very dark, where to the point where our drivers have to turn on their lights and the field has to be lit up, with their headlights or the few sets of floodlights that are on the track. It's going to be a very difficult time. They're going to have it's going to be challenging for them to navigate the course, especially during these wet, potentially flooded conditions. As well, transition over to the main screen. We have Albert in P1. Neil Kerbal, he's in P2. Daniel Hirsch, who won, I believe, in for whatever reason, I want to say Indianapolis, but it wasn't Indianapolis. It was another track where it was raining. Where was it? Not Kyalami. I am blanking out. Regardless, he won the race in the rain. He's in P3. Kyle Hirsch, he's in P4. I'm wondering if he's going to initiate a little bit of revenge to Albert, you know. Just give him a little love tap in the rear. Wow. I'm not cursing him, but you know, it'll be interesting to see it on stream. Wink wink. He's in P4. Bruno Maionchi, he's in P5. Jonathan Kelly, P6. Behind him, we have Max Power. He's in P7. Chris Unfair, P8. Alexander Sabo, he's in P9. Joshua Worley, we got your livery running. Let's go. He's in P10. Keeping a little quiet because I'm actually looking at the livery. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it up close and personal. Brad Tarno, Maximum Effort Racing, P11. As our racers are starting to speed up, get close to the start finish line. Jeff Kelly, P12. Sam Staples, P13. They're about to start. Greg Landry, P14. Philip Sullivan, P15. Justin Fry, P16. And Gelson Cruz, he's starting in the pits, unfortunately. He's in a P17. That sucks to see, as well. Go into the helicam as our drivers are entering the final series of corners, I believe. Who will win this race? Who knows? If I were a betting man, Daniel Hirsch won in the rain last time. Might as well give him the trophy now. I'm gonna say he's gonna win it. But you know, I'm not biased. I'm not cursing or doing anything wrong. The streamer's curse is not real today. We will see what exactly happens. Hopefully nothing comes out of turn 1 in these slippery conditions, because turn 1 is quite crazy in the wet, since it's a fairly high speed corner. As our racers start to line up. The green light is about to be thrown out. As it's lit, the race has begun, ladies and gentlemen. They are all approaching turn 1 as we will quickly navigate from all our drivers. Incidents already happening Bruno and I believe Brad or someone else having a bit of an issue. We'll jump from them and check out the front. Hopefully nothing too bad ended up happening. One of our drivers went super off-road. Was that Chris? I am not sure. Oh. As it looks like the rest of the field managed to get by unscathed. Good. We don't want to see too many incidents. As we'll go back to the front. The battle for P1 between Neil and Albert is starting to heat up. Daniel Hirsch right behind them. We'll jump from them. Check out the other drivers. Oh, the battle for, I believe this is P6 is starting to heat up. Jonathan Kelly leading this pack right here. As he goes a little bit wide, manages to claim the position. Alexander Sabo right on him. Worley having a bit of a struggle. Brad on the attack. Gets right alongside him into the next corners. Worley manages to come out on top though. As you see the spray that he has to deal with in the rain as they're both hard on the brakes. We'll go back into the helicopter view. Very good clean driving. We'll jump from them to check out the top. Albert having a little bit of a distance now. He's trying to keep his distance from Neil and from Daniel. Only time will tell if he will be able to keep that up. As Bruno and Max had an incident. Not sure. They have flags under their names, but they seem to be fine at this current moment. We'll go back from them into Jonathan Kelly. We'll change it to race gap so we can see exactly what's going on. Jonathan Kelly having to defend in turn 1. Hard on the brakes. Looks to be very late, but quite controlled. Very nice as Worley tries to get right beside him. Gets the position. Will he be able to hold it? He does. Very impressive driving by Worley. Jonathan Kelly for sure has to be a little bit upset he could I guess defended that a little bit more aggressively to not allow Worthy to get that. But right behind him though, he has Tarno to contend with. Tarno wanting to get around him and try to battle with Worley, who's now on top. As he's now getting very close to Worley, and Worley's getting very close to Alexander Sabo. The battle for P6 is still raging on. We'll go from them to Gelson Cruz, who is having, I believe, just managed, so we just barely missed it. I think he just got the position from Justin Fry. He was very, very close to them. We'll jump from him back to Worley, see exactly what's going down. As where are they out on the field? They are in a village, the loop. I am getting my bearings. They're down the Wellington Strait. That's where they're at. They're going into Brooklands, turn 16. Turn 17 and 18 are coming up. A little bit wide. No harm, no foul. Worley though gets the inside. What? Very impressive on the throttle. Worley showing dominance early on in the race, just trying to get by all our drivers. As they all enter turn 1. Almost in a straight line. You can't follow too close ahead because then the spray will just start blinding you. The wet water spray. As Jonathan Kelly tries to go around, Brad is trying to sneak by, trying to get an opportunity to get by Jonathan. Sam Staples is also very close by. Brad looking to get the move done. Will he beat him on the brakes? Hard on the brakes. Both these drivers go. Jonathan is on the inside, going. Look to be going wide, able to keep control. Impressive driving. Did not know how he managed to scrub off the speed. Top tier driving right there as he go. Not so top tier right there as he goes a little bit wide. This will allow Brad to sneak on by. No, ends up clipping John just a tad bit. That's gotta hurt. John able to keep the position as Brad is now having to fight against Jeff Kelly. Jeff on the inside, Brad on the outside. Brad is not letting him in as he goes a little bit too wide. Emotions are high now as he's making a couple mistakes here and there. Jeff Kelly not too far behind. He could potentially keep pushing Brad and push his buttons as Albert on this, as you can see on the screen, set a 2:06.425, a pretty fast lap. It's not as wet out right now as it was in quali, that's what I'm noticing. Or maybe our drivers are getting acclimated to the weather as we'll jump from this battle to the battle for P4. Or P3, sorry, with Daniel Hirsch and Kyle Hirsch. As they go through Maggots and Beckett's, we'll jump from then to Jonathan Kelly, who is getting very close to Alexander Sabo. This is a battle for P6. It appears that Worley has started to run away from this group. He's not too far ahead. He's still within arm's reach, but one small mistake, and the battle for P6 will continue. As we'll jump from these two drivers and check out Bruno, who is getting very, very close to one of our new drivers, Philip Sullivan, as they are headed. Where are they on track? I am so lost. There's so many corner names here. The Valle, they're exiting the club down the international pit straight, heading into Abbey. I am back on track. Bruno manages to get the job done and claims that position, though. A very nice move. That's what we'll jump from him to the next closest battle. Seems to be Sam Staples and Jonathan Kelly. Kyle Hirsch is also getting very close to Daniel Hirsch. We'll be intermediately jumping from these drivers here and there, seeing where the good battles happen. As Sam tries to get very, very close. Look to be a little bit late on the brakes, but just having a little bit of a slide. We'll go into Bruno, though. He's having a battle with Jeff Kelly. I believe he just managed to get that position done. If I can set up this replay timer real quick, we'll be able to see exactly what happened. We'll go back 30 seconds and see how this move happened. Interesting. Is that Cruz who was almost going off-road? Oh, Bruno was just hard on the brakes, late on the brakes, able to keep the inside line. Very good driving by Bruno there. Impressive driving, especially in the rain, where being too aggressive on the brakes can spell disaster for any of our drivers. As we go back into the live view, we'll jump from these drivers to the battle for P3 with Kyle and Daniel. Not too far behind Daniel. He's keeping him within an arm's reach just in case if he makes a mistake. Brad Tarno, though, so close. Oh my goodness. Oh, that looked to be a code brown moment if I ever saw one. Jeff Kelly, though, he is having to contend with Brad. Brad, the slightly faster driver in this current moment. Oh my! How close was that, ladies and gentlemen? He is right up on him, not giving him an inch, a moment of rest. As Jeff goes a little bit wide, Brad trying to seize the opportunity. He's on the outside, not fast enough. Jeff has the inside. Brad goes a little bit wide. Unfortunate. Cruz is going to sneak in and take the spot from Brad. He is currently sitting in P13. Brad, sorry, in P13. Gelson in P12. Jeff in P11. Trying to hold these guys back. We'll jump from them to Alexander Sabo, who looks to have had a battle of some sorts, or he got very, very close to Jonathan Kelly. As Jonathan Kelly goes wide, this could be Alexander Sabo's moment to get the position from Jonathan Kelly, claim P7 as they're going through Megas and Beckett's. Just a tad bit wide, manages to recover. Not too much time lost from that small mistake. So we'll jump from these two back to the top. The battle for P3 between Kyle and Daniel Hirsch is still raging on. Going from half a second down to a second down. Wondering where this overtake, if it happens, happen. As we'll see on the screen, he's getting blasted by not only the Daniel Hirsch's. Oh, as Daniel goes a little bit wide. Oh, he's forced to brake. As Daniel rejoined the track, an unfortunate series of events. This could have been his moment to shine. We'll go from this view to the helicopter view as we were getting blinded, not knowing what was going down. Oh wow, what a good battle between these two, and a battle that we just missed between Gelson and Kyle or Jeff. We will go back and check it out. Gelson claimed the position. Let's see how exactly he did it. We're watching the replay right now as Gelson is currently right behind Jeff Kelly. He's probably going to outbrake him here, and he almost does. Jeff has the inside for the next corner, but not the inside for the second corner, where Gelson comes out on top. Brad momentarily bumps Jeff Kelly. As we'll go back into the live view. A very good move by Gelson Cruz, and for sure Brad, who is right behind Jeff, as we'll see right here. He is probably getting a tad bit upset that he is not able to make the moves happen to claim the positions that he wants. But nonetheless, very fun and interesting to see what exactly happened. We have an incident happening with Alexander Sabo. We'll go back 20 seconds just to see what exactly happened here. He's going through Megas and Beckett's. Oh, it just... Oh, not quite sure. Maybe he didn't brake properly. What a sweet J-turn, though. Manages to just pull up perfectly to get right along. We have one of our fellow new drivers having an issue. We'll jump back a couple seconds, 30 seconds, to see what exactly went down here. Oh, he was already on the grass. Not sure where he is at currently on the field. Let me see if I can get my bearings. He might be on Vale or around the club. These are turns 8, 9, and 10. No, it doesn't. look right. Nonetheless, he's trying to get himself out of the sticky situation. He's currently in the dirt and just managed to teleport out of the pits, unfortunately. That's gotta be heartbreaking. As we'll jump from him to Jeff Kelly, who is getting very, very, very close to Gelson Cruz, trying to get the payback, trying to reclaim his position back. Not too far behind him, though. Brad is sneaking in like a shark ready to hunt. He's waiting for that opportunity for one or both of these drivers to make the mistake so he can just blow on by and get along throughout the race like if nothing ever happened. We'll go from them, though, to Bruno, who is managing to get very, very close to Sam Staples, the battle for P8 as they're going through Megaton Beckett's at this current moment, I believe. Yep, they went through Megaton Beckett's. They just passed Abby. Sorry, the Chapel. Going down the hangar straight into Stowe, turn 7. There you go. Another incident with Justin Fry. He had a yellow flag. Seems to be driving all right for now. Well, probably just jumped on the grass just a tiny little bit. We'll jump from him to Bruno and to Brad, who is had an incident of some sorts. We'll go back very quickly, a couple of seconds, just to see what exactly happened. As well, now viewing the replay. Where is he? He's going into Vale, turn 8. Oh my, late on the brakes. Pretty much cuts turn 9. Now heading into club, turn 10 into the international pit straight. He must have got a little bit too excited about how close he was getting to Brad, or probably lost his braking marker. Oh, to Jeff, sorry. Probably lost his braking marker. Nonetheless, this is the closest battle right now that we have on the field. Everyone else is getting pretty spaced out. And check out Jeff's front view. See how much rain is actually coming down. And it does appear that the rain is coming down a little bit harder than earlier. And it is starting to get dark. We have 41 minutes left, wondering exactly how dark it will get. Well, we'll find out very, very soon as we check behind him. Check out Brad as he goes through Maggots and Beckett's. Seems to be ever so slightly gaining on Brad through Maggots and Beckett's. Through Jeff, gaining through Jeff. Oh, I am confusing both of these drivers for whatever reason. As well, let this battle simmer. Let them cook for a little bit. Then let them get heated. As we'll jump from him to Justin Fry, who has an incident now. We'll check the cameras or the replay, see what exactly went down. Probably go through the helicopter view so we can get a better view of what happened. Oh, he just probably hit a nasty set of standing water. Made him lose traction just a tad bit. As we're now back into the live view. Justin Fry currently sitting in P15. Jumping from him to Chris Unfair, who is having to defend against Joshua Worley. Chris Unfair currently in P5. Joshua Worley in P6 as Brad has an incident. Potentially had an incident. I'm not quite sure, but he was getting close. We'll jump from him to the move. There's a move happening between Bruno and Sam. I missed it. I'm a little upset. Couldn't capture it live in the moment, but we will capture it in the replay. We'll see what exactly happened. They are coming out of turn 18, heading into turn 1. Bruno on the inside, Sam late on the brakes, but I'm assuming there's just a bunch of standing water on the outside of turn 1 that he probably wasn't realizing from. We're back into the live view, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, as Sam Staples hard on the brakes. He is trying to get past. He does get past Chris Unfair. Good move by Sam. Unfortunate that he spun out as he briefly touches that curb. That's a curb you do not want to touch, especially in the wet. It will upset your car so badly that potentially it's unrecoverable. As he slips on the painted section there. They're heading into Abbey, turn 11, Farm, turn 12. A series of high-speed corners, followed by the Village. You have to be hard on the brakes. Entering the loop, turn 14. Again, hard on the brakes, so U-turn type turn. The next series of corners are pretty much flat out if you can manage it. We'll jump from him to Joshua Worley, who Jonathan Kelly was looking to make a move, and we just missed it. Jonathan Kelly went slightly wide. I think we got a little bit of time to see what exactly happened to our fellow driver here. As they're both hard on... Oh, he's just... very impressive that he was trying so late to stay hard on the brakes, and while not wiping out, I would say. This is corner 16, 17, and 18, right before the final corner that they're now entering. I believe it's Maggots and Beckett's. We're back into the live view. We'll jump from him to the battle for P8 between Sam Staples and Chris Unfair. These two having the closest battle, or being the closest to battling at the current moment. Everyone else is now starting to space out. It seems like everyone has found their pace in the wet. Barring any other mistakes, who knows when the next battle will be. The one person that we can view while... Oh, Brad having an incident. This gotta hurt. Wonder what happened to him. We'll check the cameras, go back, see exactly what's up. Where is he? He's going through Maggots and Beckett's. Just lost it on the turn in. Probably tried braking at the same time and then just spun out. He's having a little bit of a struggle bus in the rain in Silverstone today, unfortunately. As well, we're back into the live view. He is pretty much alone, and no one around him for this current moment, as of yet. Check out Jonathan Kelly as he's getting closer and closer to Joshua Worley. The battle for P5 is starting to simmer. The water is beginning to boil under that hood. You can see steam, even though it's not steam coming from behind his car. We'll just pretend like it is. He is pushing that car to the max, trying to get closer and closer and closer to Joshua Worley. And it is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Potentially within the next lap, he will be right behind him, trying to make moves. Worley's going to have to start defending very, very soon if he's not able to outpace The shark that's right behind him, the shark being Jonathan Kelly. As he's hard into the brakes, heading into Stowe. Going to be hard on the brakes into Valet. Will Jonathan make a mistake here? We will soon see, as this is a particularly hard set of corners in the wet. You can't be too aggressive on the throttle or you'll spin out easily. Raining quite hard. We're currently sitting passenger seat with Jonathan Kelly, trying to see what exactly he sees. And I can tell you the answer. The answer is pretty much absolutely almost nothing. He is just getting sprayed by rainwater and splashback from Joshua Worley. As he tries to get that slipstream to get ever so closer. He is closing the gap. He is currently 8/10, 1 second, hovering around the 1 second mark behind Joshua Worley. So the battle is going to rage on. Right behind him though, Bruno is not within arm's reach yet. Not within arm's reach yet. Yeah. He's getting close. As well, quickly check out our other driver. Check out where Albert is on the field. He has had the lead for quite some time. He looks to be keeping the lead. He's quite comfortable in the wet right now, as he has a little bit of a slide. Not too bad. Neil Kerbal is right behind him though. He's 9 seconds behind Albert Tranchisi. And not too far behind. Just like what happened in Nürburgring. If Albert makes one serious mistake, that's all Neil needs to be able to catch up. And potentially hold up Albert and for the rest of the race. Barring any other incidents. So we have two battles brewing right now. We have Kyle Hirsch and Jonathan Kelly. They are getting very, very close to their pole sitters. Daniel Hirsch, Jonathan Kelly getting close to his P5 sitter, Joshua Worley. We'll quickly jump to them and check them out as we see Daniel and Kyle Hirsch right here. Kyle getting very, very close to Daniel. Must have turned on the NOS and finally got that extra horsepower to catch up. As Chris Unfair has an unfortunate incident, and we'll jump to him. Check out what happened. I want to see, but Alexander Sabo seizes the opportunity to get right by him. He claims P9. Chris Unfair is sitting in P10. We'll check out this replay later on and then in the next race recap. Well, wondering exactly what happened to Chris. Must've... Well, since it is raining, he must have grabbed a little bit too much throttle. It's my best guess. As we see here, the battle for P5. We have Justin Fry with a yellow flag. Where is he on field? He just had an incident in Abbey. This is a fast series of corners. He probably just overshot the corner just a little bit and ended up going a little on the grass. As I thought Jeff had an incident of some sort, since I saw his split times climb ever so high. Currently we have Chris Unfair and Jeff Kelly in the pits. They're clearing their pit. They're doing their due diligence in clearing the pit so they can continue racing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined, everyone here has to pit at least once and take a minimum of 1 liter of fuel, as Alexander Sabo has an incident of his own. We'll go back to the camera and see what exactly happened. This looks to be an incident in club around Valley. This is around club. Took corner 9 pretty well, 8-9 decently well. It's the corner leading up to club turn 10. That's where he got him. The painted section and being a little bit too aggressive on the throttle. As we go back into the live view, he's currently sitting in P9, pretty much alone for now. There's no one really around him. And we'll see here. He's looks to be having a Sunday cruise out in the rain. Jonathan Kelly and Bruno Maionchi enter the pits. Or is Bruno exiting the pits? No, he's entering the pits as well. Jeff Kelly having a incident. Had a yellow flag under his name. He appears to be fine as of now. Brad Tardo just flying by him though. Maybe Kelly does have an issue. Let's try to hop into the passenger seat. Maybe we can spot something on his dash. Not sure what is going on. Why he's slowing down so much. Maybe he doesn't have fuel? Nonetheless, he doesn't appear to have any sort of damage. Unusual. As normally you would be flat out in this section, like aggressively. We'll keep an eye out on him, as you can see in the back. I believe that's a Whirly who is catching up very, very quickly. Is that Whirly? Let's find out. Where is Whirly? That is Whirly. Keep an eye on Kelly for a moment, because I am curious. Wrong Kelly. There we go. It's Jeff. He is entering the pits now. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. We will find out before the next stream what exactly happened here. Car appears to be absolutely normal. I'm guessing he was about to run out of fuel, so he had to hold back on the throttle. As a bunch of our drivers are currently in the pits, they're clearing their pits. We'll jump from these drivers, check out the action. We'll give some seat time to Greg Landry, who hasn't had a bunch of seat time. Or spotlight. He is currently sitting in P8. If you're wondering who exactly has completed their pit stop, I will bring it up on the board right now. So far, only a select few of our drivers. It looks to be that Bruno Maionchi, Jonathan Kelly, Chris Unfair, Brad Torno, Jeff Kelly, and Justin Fry. These are the only drivers that have currently completed their pits, as I believe Brad is out exiting the pit. Currently sitting in P13. Greg is approaching him. He's sitting in P8. He's basically lapping traffic at this current moment. Chris Unfair having an incident. Not sure where he's at, but we can check it out since we have a little bit of time. Go back 20 seconds, see exactly what happened. Just completely lost traction. Must have hydroplaned, and that's all she wrote. Managed very quickly though to get back on track. I believe that was in the Wellington Straight. Right before corner 16. He's entering turn 1 as we are speaking. By the way, a nice livery that we don't get to see and show off, as he almost goes a little bit wide, goes into the grass, dips his tires ever so slightly. You can see his exhaust pipe though is glowing red hot. Very cool to see, especially during the nighttime. It is getting darker and darker, ladies and gentlemen. We have 23 minutes left in the race. Brad slowing down? He has a white flag. He's not sure what exactly is going down. He's exiting turn 17, turn 18, heading down the National Pit Straight. Our start and finish. Why did that sound so weird now? Our start finish line. It sounded so weird as we just saw it almost live. Fry went a little bit wide, ended up going into the grass. So far, trying to safely rejoin the track. Very considerate of him. 10 out of 10 driving SA rating, safety rating for him. Entered the track safely after that small incident. Very nicely done. We'd love to see it. We don't love to see the incidents happen, but we do love to see when they do happen, these safe rejoins. As we'll jump from him to Kyle Hirsch, he is battling with Daniel Hirsch. I wonder if who's gonna come out on top from this battle. They've been going at it for quite some time. Kyle sometimes getting closer than normal, and other times not. As where are they? They just finished Maggots and Beckett's. They are headed down the Hangar Straight, heading into turn 7 still. A somewhat high-speed right-hander. Have to be careful on the exit, as if you go too hard on the throttle, you will go wide, invalidate your lap, potentially get a track limit warning, or just spin out. A bunch of things happen as Daniel clips that curb. Very brave of Daniel to do, as clipping that curb in the wet. Like I said, it can ruin your race. You can spin out. Even in the dry, if you clip that curb, you can potentially spin out. So we'll switch to the helicopter view for a brief second to see how our drivers are doing from the air. We're gonna go from them, let this battle continue simmering, potentially reach a boiling point very, very soon. And check out the battle for P11 between Chris Unfair and Greg Landry. Greg getting very, very close, currently in P12. They are heading down the Wellington Straight. Hard on the brakes. Oh, Chris looks to be going just a tad bit too wide. This could be the opportunity that Greg needs. Greg not able to seize it though. He does. It looks like he did manage to at least close the gap. just a tad bit. As Chris goes wide again, just a tad bit. We'll snap back to Chris. Having a little bit of a struggle bus on these series of corners. Hopefully nothing goes bad in the Maggots and Beckets as he's currently entering them right now. So far, so good. Nice and controlled. What we love to see. Craig Landry not too far behind, waiting for another mistake to happen to potentially try and capitalize on Chris Unfair. We'll switch from these two drivers. Let this battle start simmering. And check out, who haven't we seen in the spotlight for much time? Well, check out Philip Sullivan, who is currently we'll check him out for a little bit as we see Greg almost go a little bit too wide. He's currently in the pits, clearing it, or he's exiting the pits now, I believe. Entering the pits. Going to be clearing his pit. We'll jump from him to Sam Staples, Joshua Worley. Not sure what happened. We'll go back. That looked to be very confusing. Was he exiting the pits? He was. He exited the pits with traffic coming. Oh my, Sam had an intense slide coming out of turn 1. Great job controlling that slide. Good foresight by Worley to be able to see traffic coming, to stay on the right side, to stay clear out of the path of travel from these drivers. Ensure that no one gets hit. We'll go from him to Kyle Hirsch, who is very, very close now. He is 4/10, half a second, losing pace now. Chris Unfair now having a yellow. There he is. We have a bit of time. Wondering what happened as we see Albert in the background. My guess is he touched, I was gonna say dirt, but nope, he touched a painted line and that's all she wrote. Painted curbs in the rain, a lot of the times they are extra slippery. Unfortunate, but able to recover very nicely though, so good on Chris. We'll go back to Chris Worley though. Kyle Hirsch, who is very, very close to Daniel. Potentially going for a late push now. He was probably saving his tires for this exact moment to be able to push so late. Turn up the throttle. Turn up the heat. The battle is about to reach its boiling point. As they're heading down the Wellington Straight. Going into turn 16, 17, and 18. Hard on the brakes. Kyle Hirsch on the inside. Able to outbrake Daniel Hirsch. Not able to get the switchback. Very clean and a nice overtake by Kyle Hirsch. Daniel got kicked out from his P2 position. Not P3 anymore. P2. Now he's in P3. Correction. And now he's in P2. Neil Kerbal is in the pits at this current moment. Our race leader for this current moment is Kyle Hirsch. Daniel Hirsch right behind him, and not gonna give up that position so easily. Trying to stay as close as possible to Kyle Hirsch. As Neil is now exiting the pits, currently sitting in P14. Albert, P14. P4. Albert sitting in P3 as he gets around Greg Landry. Greg letting him by pretty easily, not trying to hinder his lap. Very nice of him to do. Good clean racing, nice overtake. We'll jump from him to Alexander Sabo. We haven't seen him for a good majority of the race. Let's check up on him. Where's he at? It looks like he just finished the loop. Heading into the Wellington Straight. Yeah, yep, Wellington Straight. It's going to be heading into corners 16, 17, and 18. Hard on the brakes. If you enter this corner, corner 16, Brooklyn's a little bit too aggressively, you'll end up going very, very wide, and that's the last thing you want to do on this corner, just because you can lose so much time just from that one small mistake. It'll turn from it can potentially lead you to a lost position if it's if the driver is close enough. Nonetheless, I am rambling a little bit. Let's check out how the rain is going as we'll go into the driver's seat with him. Or passenger seat with him. It does appear that the rain has stopped, but the night is coming by. It is getting darker and darker and darker. We have 13 minutes left. Currently, we still have the pit stops out on the screen. The only three drivers that haven't initiated their pit are Max Power, Kyle Hirsch, and Daniel Hirsch. As Bruno has an incident, he's off on the grass. We'll quickly check out, see what exactly happened with that. Too hard on the throttle? Too much on the grass? Oh my. So he was about to enter the Wellington Straight. He was coming into entry. It appeared to be that he was just stepping on the throttle a bit too much. Overstayed his welcome on the painted section of the track. Lost traction and just kicked him out. Luckily though, he didn't hit anything. Managed to keep the car in control long enough to go back on track. No harm, no foul. As we're back onto the live view, Jonathan Kelly right behind Bruno, trying to give him a run for his money as Bruno goes wide. This is the opportunity that Jonathan Kelly needs. He has the exit. He has the slipstream as they go into turn 7. So Jonathan tries to go for a move on the outside. Bruno defending on the inside. Very nicely done. Turn 8 though, and 9 Vale coming up right here. Jonathan Kelly not giving an inch, trying to get as close as possible. One of the technical or tight sections that we want to see coming up, turn 13 in Village. They're currently in 11. Here's 12. We'll head up to a helicopter view to see what exactly happens if a move is done. Bruno a little wide. Kelly makes a very nice move, or a very nice has a corner entry and exit. Closes that gap. Very nicely done. Unfortunately, I potentially missed a battle with Alexander Sabo and Joshua Worley. As these two were going down, we'll check it out on the race recap for next week. Nonetheless, they are exiting turn 17, heading into the National Pit Straight. Bruno still in P5. Jonathan Kelly in P6. He's coming for him though. He's not letting him out of his sights. He sticks with him. Bruno has to be feeling the heat, especially with 9 minutes, 10 minutes left. Will he be able to defend for 10 additional minutes in the wet, even though it is drying up? We will be finding out very soon. As if you can see there, Jonathan has his wipers on. That is because he is getting splashback. Bruno, since he has Bruno in front of him, he's kicking up all the water to Jonathan Kelly, making this move that much more difficult. As he almost makes a move done or makes a move happen as he gets very, very close. Kyle Hirsch entering the pits. He's clearing his pit. I believe the only two people left to pit are Daniel Hirsch and somebody else that I can't remember. As well, check out Philip Sullivan, who had a yellow under his name but seems to be relatively fine. Has a tiny bit of bodywork damage. Oh, he's potentially has quite a lot of bodywork damage as he's driving a little bit slower than normal. Oh, as he's in Maggots and Beckett's right now. I'm wondering if he has a ton of bodywork damage and he's gonna have to go pit. He's trying not to go too fast to avoid wiping out. As we're currently watching Jeff Kelly, who has Brad Tarno right in front of him. Brad being a 13. Jeff in 14. We'll go from them and check out Jonathan Kelly, who is again trying to make a move on Bruno. They're exiting turn 1, heading into Maggots and Beckett's. Turns 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Turn 6 being Chapel. And then down the hangar straight. Jonathan Kelly very, very close by. We'll jump from him to Jeff Kelly, who is also very close. We'll keep an eye on both these battles. We'll jump back and forth so we don't miss an action. Jonathan Kelly almost looked to have made a move. Both drivers... Oh! We just missed it. Damn it, no way. We're going back. What did we just miss? Jonathan Kelly made a move happen while I was going between this battle and the other battle. He's hard on the brakes. Bruno hard on the brakes as well, but has an unintentional slide. Loses the position to Jonathan Kelly. Good overtaking opportunity that was seized by Jonathan Kelly. Very nicely done. Will he be able to keep the position? We will only know once the time is up in about 6 minutes. We have 6 minutes left in the race, ladies and gentlemen. Albert is currently in second place. As we are watching Jonathan navigate around Justin Fry. Bruno navigating around Justin Fry as well. We'll let this battle simmer as we'll move on from them and check out exactly what Jeff Kelly is trying to do to Brad Tarno as they exit turn 1, heading into Maggots and Beckett's. And I'll stay quiet here so you can listen to the glorious engine of the Lamborghini as he goes down the straight. Those downshifts. Love it. Anyway. Daniel Hirsch is finally in the pits. He does lose his positioning to Albert. Wondering if Neil will be able to, and he does. There he goes. Daniel Hirsch now in third. Will Kyle Hirsch, though, be able to make it? He is coming out of turn 17 now. Turn 18. He is approaching the national pit straight. It is looking like Daniel Hirsch is going to lose another position to Kyle Hirsch as Kyle crosses the start-finish line. Daniel still in the pits. Now just coming out of the pits. He's currently sitting in P4. I believe Jonathan Kelly is... I thought for a second Jonathan Kelly was right behind Daniel. Turns out Jonathan Kelly is approaching turn 1. Going almost a bit too wide. The driver behind him, though, Bruno, does go a tad bit wide. As these two go through Maggots and Beckett's. Philip Sullivan still has a yellow flag under his name. Well, wondering... Going through all my camera cycles to see what exactly is going down. He does have a little bit of bodywork damage. I'm wondering if he's going to pit or if he should pit. He is, for the most part, staying out of the other racers' ways to not impede anyone's lap. Not quite what we want to see, though. We want him to see him having a little bit of fun, putting the pedal to the metal. We'll ask. We'll check and see what exactly happened. As well, we see Daniel Hirsch going by him. We'll jump from this to Jeff Kelly, who is right behind Brad once again. These two both fairly similar in terms of pace. Jeff Kelly almost has the move done. Where are these drivers? Trying to get my bearings here. They just finished the Wellington Straight. They're entering the final sets of corners. They're right now currently in turn 17. Turn 18 and the national pit straight coming up. Joshua Worley having a battle with Chris Unfair. This is a battle for position. Chris Unfair in 10th. That is a scoreable point. Joshua Worley is looking to potentially fight his way the last 40 seconds of the race. This is looking to be the, if not the final lap, the second to last lap of the race. My, how time flies. As Chris Unfair and starting to leave Joshua Worley behind. Wondering if Worley has low fuel or something. As as Brad has an issue coming out of Vale and the club. They're going to be heading down the international pit straight. Jeff Kelly not able to seize the opportunity to reclaim that position. He's still right behind Brad though, not giving an inch, turning up the pressure, turning up the heat. The leader is on the final lap. As he's hard on the brakes, will he get this move done? He does get it done, but Brad has the inside. Will the switch? No, Jeff Kelly cannot do a switchback. Doesn't have the speed or the momentum. Very good, nice driving by both these drivers. Brad having the better of Jeff Kelly just for a moment in this current time. So far defending very, very well against Jeff Kelly, who is turning up the heat and getting extra aggressive. Very fun to see. We'll stick with these two through the final lap, as this is the closest battle that we have at this current moment. We have a battle potentially simmering between Worley and Greg, which I just noticed. What happened to Chris? He was in 10th and now he's in 12th. Unless I'm having a brain fart, we just missed something very good, as Joshua Worley has an incident of his own. We can go back and actually see this. This is so unfortunate. He was sitting in P10. What happened? What did happen? It looked like he just lost all traction to the front tires. Nonetheless, we'll go over to Jeff Kelly, who just finished the race, I believe. Unless they have one more lap to do. Congrats to our winner, Albert Tranchisi. Very nicely won, claiming P1. Neo Kerbal right next to him though. Nicely done. He claims P2. He for sure tried giving Albert a run for his money. Kyle Hirsch, P3, nicely done. Daniel Hirsch, P4. Kyle snuck in and grabbed P3. Chris Unfair having an incident. I can go back and check it out. Oh no, wait. I think he just finished yeah, he just crossed the finish line and just decided to wipe out. This was a dumb replay to spectate. Anyway, no harm, no foul. This was just it's not even a racing incident. He just wanted to be a little fool, you know, have some fun. I believe all our drivers are finished. I think the only one who is actually out on the field is Justin Fry, who is about to cross the start-finish line. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for tonight, at least, for this race over in Silverstone. Congrats, Albert, on the win. Before I leave, I could go over and go over go over the housekeeping duties once again. If you'd like to join us in the races, we are on SimGrid. To get onto there, just type in 5firacing.com. That's 5, the number 5, firacing.com. From this beautiful website, you'll click on SimGrid, this S and this G, or any of these other links. If you want to join Discord, go right ahead. We are watching on Twitch or on YouTube. Go ahead and give us a follow or subscribe or a like or do all of it on the above. Check us out on our Instagram too, or Reddit. Anyway, back to SimGrid. In SimGrid, we are currently in the 2024 Founders League Season 5. From here, you can click register and go through all that process. If you're in the team, select the team. If not, just leave it blank. You do not have to enter a team to compete with us. This is just an optional thing that we have today. Nonetheless, since we are here, we go down. Our next race is in Watkins Glen. It would be... You won't want to miss this event. I know a bunch of our fellow racers have very good lap times around Watkins Glen, and the chicanes that we have currently on the screen right now, we will call these the chicane of death for this race, and everything can get quite dicey in there. I had actually had a moment where I believe it was me and Chris Unfair. We had a battle of the ages. I managed to come out on top, but that'll be something for another day. I'm rambling a bit too long. I am your host, Juan. I hope you guys had a fantastic time on the stream. I hope to see you again next week. Thank you. Goodbye.